Hi, this is Maggie from Personal Euphoria, and my dad has been asking me for some time to put together a little workout for him. So that's what I've done today, but you can do it too, but it's based on things I think would be beneficial for my father. So here's where we go. We're going to start sitting on a chair or anywhere that's kind of a firm surface. You could also sit on the floor. And you're going to stretch over to one side and come on up. And stretch over to the other side and up. Stretch over and lengthen. Stretch over and lengthen. One more time each side. Stretch over, come on up. Stretch over and come on up. From here, you're going to lie down on your back, knees bent, hands behind the head. We're just going to do some ab exercises. So trying not to cram your back, you're going to curl up and lengthen down. And lengthen. Curl and lengthen. Curl up and lengthen down. Curl and down. 3 more. 3. You're trying to get your whole shoulder blade off the mat without cramming or tucking your tailbone. And release. From here, I'm going to give myself a little more room, but you're going to do the same thing, not supporting your head and starting with your arms touching each other overhead. You're going to curl up and sweep and reach to your knees, and then circle back like you're making a snow angel. Curl it up and lengthen down. Curl up. Trying not to cram that chin or feel any strain in the neck. Curl up and sweep the arms and lengthen and sweep the arms overhead. Curl up and sweep and lengthen. Curl up and sweep and lengthen back down. Resting the arms down by your sides, we're going to go into a shoulder bridge. So heels right beneath the knees, arms down at your sides. You're going to lift the hips up so you're a straight line, shoulders, hips, and knees, but you're not going to get any break. You're going to drop the butt halfway down and squeeze and come back up. So you actively want to be squeezing your glutes. If you don't feel your butt firing the first time you lift, you need to squeeze harder. Keep going. Now you're going to bring your fingertips up to the ceiling and you're going to scissor the arms as you go through this. So just a little more going on, making the lower body and upper body work. Everything that's moving is moving through molasses, so you are creating your own resistance. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Release the hips and lower the arms. You can gently rock the back in any way that feels good, especially if that feels tight. And now from here, hands go back behind the head. We're back to holding neutral, so you're trying not to cram your back. And you're going to curl up and bring one leg to tabletop and lower the head and the foot. Curl straight up and bring the other leg up and lower the head and the foot. Curl and lower down. Curl and lower. Curl it up and down. Good. So if you need a little break, take one. You're trying to at least do 6 of any exercise here, right? So it would be 6 sets. Take a breather if you need to. I'm doing a few more so that as you build, you can build up to 8 or 10. But, I mean, no more than 12. If you do any exercise right, you don't need to do 150. It's quality, not quantity, right? Good, and release that leg back down, head and leg released. From here, your goal is to keep the pelvis stable. So you're going to put your hands on your hips and try not to wiggle side to side, and drop one knee out and bring it up. And drop the other knee out and up. Now really watch, right? When that leg goes out to the side, you don't want your butt cheek to go along for the ride. So you have even weight on both glutes or both butt cheeks the whole time. Drop out and lift. Drop out and lift. One more time each side, and then we're gonna build on it a little bit. So that leg's gonna start by going out. You're gonna reach it straight down, bring the knee to the ceiling and slide it in. Keep going on that side. So you're doing a full leg circle, keeping the foot on the mat. But this is a nice little motion for your hip joint, right? So we're keeping that hip mobile. One more time. And then the other side. The knee drops out, the leg reaches straight, knee to the ceiling, and slide it up. Drop out, reach, knee to the ceiling, and lift. Drop out, reach, ceiling, and lift. So this is gentle work on that pelvis, but the abs are working too, because otherwise, right, you'd be wiggling all around while that leg goes. And slide it in. And we did that because we're next going to come to a standing exercise to work the sides of your hips. So from here, you're going to start with one knee bent and one knee straight. So basically I have the toes of one foot on the floor and the other foot completely on the floor. And you're going to let the hip of the bent leg drop and then lift it up. Like you are doing a sway, right? Or like you are dusting a stool with your butt. Or your pelvis is tracing a smiley face. Or it's a windshield wiper. Keep breathing. Keep that hip up. Keep the hip lifted, and now you're going to bend the other leg and straighten. Bend and straighten. And what your goal is, if you can see, is now my pelvis is level. When I'm now bending that leg, I'm not also letting the hip go out to the side. And this might be harder or easier on one side. We're doing a beginner version of this by keeping the bent leg on the floor, right? Straighten up, and we're going to repeat. Let the hip sway out and come up. Now, if this is too much, if you're already feeling tired on either hip, this is where you stop, you take a break, and you're going to build to coming up to this level. It seems like such a small move, but it will creep up on you, and it does a lot. You're standing tall. Now keep that hip lifted and bend both legs and straighten. Bend and straighten. Keep breathing. Bend and straighten for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to give it a little shake and change legs. So the other leg bends, and basically I'm on the ball of my foot with my heel lifted. And now you're going to let that other hip drop out to the side and come on up. And notice if it's easier on one side than the other. Do you feel like you can get a lot more range of motion and one side sort of feels stuck? And that's okay. You know, we tend to be different from side to side, but just be aware of it, right? Like this side, I feel like I don't get nearly as much range of motion. I don't go out to the side, and when I do, it feels really awkward in my body. So you're listening to your body and just going as far as you can. Keep the pelvis level and bend and straighten. Inhale and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and repeat. And again, if you need a break, you take a break. You want to feel like your pelvis is a bell in a bell tower and it's getting pushed up, right? So what's doing the work is the side of the straight leg hip, right? So the sides of your butt, the sides of your pelvis. This is a great exercise for maintaining strength when you walk, right? So my dad's an avid walker. He likes to go walk in the woods, so this is going to be good pelvic stability for walking, especially on uneven terrain. Keep that hip up, bend, and straighten. And there are ways to progress this if this feels too easy. Right? There are options, lots of options. 5, 4, 3, 2, come on up nice and tall. From here, you're going to go to a wall. I'm going to use this so that you can see me better, but you're going to bring your stomach and chest and nose onto a wall, and then imagine I'm on a wall. Your hands will be resting on the wall, And keeping your bottom rib against that wall, you're going to peel your head and upper back away from it, and then lower down. And bend back, and lower down. Bend back, and down. Peel away from the wall, and lower. So all the work should be coming in your upper back, not your low back. You're not getting so far away that your ribs come off that wall, remember? The ribs stay against the wall. From here, on your wall, you're going to straighten your arms out and pull the arms back and lower, like you're flapping like a bird. So if I was against the wall, this is what's happening. My nose stays on that wall. My stomach stays on that wall. Pulling the arms behind you and then back to the wall. 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to be on that wall still, but bring your arms to a Y position. Pull back. This is not a big range of motion. You're taking it as far as you can. 3, 2, 1. Lower the arms. Roll the shoulders. And a little bit of a cool down. You're going to drop one ear to one shoulder. And glide it up. And drop the other ear to the other shoulder. And to one side. And up. And the other side. And up. So hope you enjoyed this little workout. I'm sure there will be more of these for my father, but that you can do too. Have a great day and keep moving.